Right, welcome back. Let's take a look at those trending topics now. And first up, hashtag COVID-19 in South Africa. And it goes along with the hashtag mandatory vaccination. So as you know, we were addressed by the president last night, and we haven't had a family meeting in a long time. But this one, of course, anticipated after the discovery of a new variant of COVID-19 and also some of the travel bans that have been put in place. So quite a lot being spoken about, but the president, of course, mentioning the issue of mandatory vaccination in some instances, and also the fact that there will be a panel put together to look into this. And many people coming out talking about compulsory vaccination and basically blasting the president for that, saying that they don't see why they should be forced to vaccinate still. And as you know, South Africa has been struggling to get people to vaccinate, and our numbers still quite low and not reaching the levels that government would have liked to see, not on a daily basis, and obviously not where we would have wanted to be, where government would have anticipated the country would be in terms of vaccination at this stage. So mandatory vaccination, people talking about taking to the streets in this regard, and basically proclaiming that they will not be forced, their rights will not be usurped in terms of trying to force people to vaccinate. So lots of talk around COVID-19 and what's happening in the country at the moment. And then Rwanda. Rwanda also to do with the COVID-19 situation. And as you know, Leanne not here this morning because she was meant to fly to Rwanda this morning at around 3 a.m. And I spoke to her at around 11 p.m. last night, and she basically was sharing with me what was happening. Rwanda had basically issued a communication saying that direct flights between Rwanda and Southern Africa are temporarily suspended. So that means all arriving and departing passengers at Kigali International Airport have to present negative COVID-19 tests taken within 72 hours of arrival, and then the passengers arriving at Kigali International must quarantine for 24 hours at a designated hotel at their own cost, and then there's a 7-day quarantine at own cost that will be required for passengers traveling from or those with a history for traveling in particularly affected countries. So this is what happened, and people then basically calling out Rwanda, asking, but why? And so this is why Rwanda training there. Many people who were supposed to make their way there unfortunately couldn't as a result of that particular communique that you see on your screen being issued by the government in Kigali. So that's what's trending this morning, and it brings us neatly up to 7 o'clock. Let's bring you the latest news.